Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our active English version. Viewers, microplastics and nanoplastics are not only contaminating oceans, rivers, and agricultural land but are also present in forests too. This finding comes from geoscientist at TU Darmstadt, whose study has just been published in the journal Nature Communications, Earth and Environment. According to a new study, harmful microplastics are not only stored in agriculture and urban soils but also in forests too. The majority of the teeny plastic particles enter the forest from the air and accumulate in the forest soil. The microplastics from the atmosphere initially settle on the leaves of the tree crowns, which scientists refer to as the come out effect, explained lead author Dr. Colin Zay. However, from the Institute of Applied Geosciences at TU Darmstadt, then in deciduous forest, the particles are transported to the forest soil by rain or the autumnal leaf fall, for example. Once in the soil, leaf decomposition becomes a key factor in trapping these pollutants. So the researchers found that the highest concentrations of microplastics occur in the upper layers of leaf litter that are only partially decomposed. However, large amounts are also found deeper in the soil, carried downward not only by decomposition itself but also through the activity of organisms that contribute to breaking down organic matter. To conduct their study, researchers from the Department of Soil Mineralogy and Soil Chemistry collected samples at 4 forest locations east of Darmstadt, Germany, and they applied a newly refined analytical techniques that allowed them to measure the concentration of microplastics in soil, fallen leaves, and atmospheric depositions. That means the movement of substances from the Earth's atmosphere to its surface. The team then used spectroscopic methods to chemically analyze the samples. In addition, they created a model estimating atmospheric microplastic inputs since the 1950s, helping them assess how much these inputs have contributed to overall storage in forest soils. Our results indicate that microplastics in forest soils originate primarily from atmospheric deposition and from leaves falling to the ground, known as litter fall. Other sources, on the other hand, have only a minor influence explained. However, we conclude that forests are good indicators of atmospheric microplastic pollution and that a high concentration of microplastics in forest soil indicates a high diffuse input as opposed to direct inputs such as from fertilizers in agriculture or particles from the air into these ecosystems. So be aware. Be in this exclusive report FTB English Delhi Bharat.